Well, Brooke, the biggest story anywhere lately has been the one surrounding Princess Catherine Middleton.
Yeah, so for weeks now, we've been dealing with just tons of rumors, a lot of crazy speculation.
So much.
Yeah.
But now it looks like we have some answers when it comes to the mystery of Kate-gate. And those answers are coming directly from the source because we're finally hearing from Princess Catherine Middleton herself.
Yeah, so Catherine has just given the world an update on why she's been keeping such a low profile, and it has sent a shockwave across the globe. It's everywhere now.
Yeah. This is actually the second episode we've recorded today, so that should
Yes.
tell you what kind of a shockwave we're looking at.
Yeah.
From Wondery, I'm Arisha Skidmore-Williams.
And I'm Brooke Ziffrin. It's Friday, March 22nd.
And you're listening to Rich and Daily. So, Richies, as you know, Kate-gate has been maybe the biggest story around for a while now.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. We have 4 parts out talking about what's going on. Everyone's talking about it. And it all started when she disappeared from the spotlight back in December. And there have been all kinds of theories about what was really going on. We've discussed most of them. And the only word that we really got from the palace was that Catherine went in for a planned abdominal surgery in January, and she was recovering. But then a very short while ago, Catherine actually addressed the world herself and put an end to all of the rumors.
Yes. So today a video was released to multiple platforms of Catherine sitting on a bench speaking directly to camera. And she starts off by saying, "I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery." She said it's been an incredibly tough couple of months for her family. And then Catherine opens up about what's really been going on.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
Now, Catherine doesn't say specifically which cancer she has, but she does say that her diagnosis was a huge shock. Course. I feel like it always is.
Yeah.
And she says that she and Prince William are doing everything they can to process and manage this privately for the sake of their young family. She also says that it's taken her time to process her diagnosis and to recover from major abdominal surgery so that she can start treatment, which is I think we both know people that have had cancer diagnoses or parts of families that have it, and it absolutely sends your family into a tailspin.
Oh my God, yeah. I can't imagine.
Yeah. And, just like any family dealing with a serious diagnosis, Catherine says that she and William had to find a way to explain it to their 3 young kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis.
I'm sure that's, one of the hardest parts about it, too. Because they're young, they maybe don't even fully grasp it.
Yeah.
So Catherine says that she wanted to make sure their kids understood what she was going through and make sure they'd know that she'd be okay. And she then says that she's doing well and she's focused on doing what she needs to heal her mind, body, and spirits. Catherine also says that having William by her side is a great source of comfort and reassurance, and that the love, support, and kindness shown by the public means so much to both her and William.
Now, clearly Catherine knew there were a lot of things that could use some clearing up in light of all of the speculation, the rumors, the wacky theories about what was going on with her, many of which we dove into here.
Yeah.
And me on Instagram and me in every conversation I've ever had lately.
I mean, everybody is like, what's going, everybody you see is like, so what's up with Kate,
Literally, that was, whenever I would meet somebody, like even just in Vegas recently, and they'd say, what do you do? And I, give them whatever the elevator pitch is.
Yeah.
The first response I would get is, so what's going on with Kate?
I know.
It's like,
I know.
Let me text her and see.
Yeah. It's like, we don't know.
But, the public has been obsessed with Kate-gate and wondering what was going on, when we would see her back in action, if it was actually her. And in her video, Catherine does address this.
We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space, and privacy while I complete my treatment. My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery.
So Catherine then ends the video message by saying she's thinking of everyone who is affected by cancer in any form and says, "You are not alone." Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot all at once.
Yeah.
Which all that to say, like, I can't imagine what it's been like for her.
I know.
Because it's like knowing, I might have cancer and then getting the diagnosis and then going through these kinds of treatments while everyone's saying, check out her butt. How big is it?
I know.
Including me. I'm just as guilty. I'm not saying I didn't do it. And I mean, if it was me, I'd be like, have fun with it until it's not fun, and it's now not fun.
That's what we said. We're like, these theories are silly, and I honestly blame Kensington Palace for a lot of this because, I think people are like, well, leave Kate alone, leave Kate alone. And it's like, we want to leave Kate alone,
Yeah.
But the Kensington Palace handled it so weirdly that it sent everyone into these wild theories. And, when they originally were like, we're not going to update you until there's an update on her health. And that probably would have been fine. Right. And then just like throwing her under the bus with the Photoshop stuff. It is like, I keep thinking about
now that she's dealing with, it's like, this was cancer.
And they knew she was dealing with that.
It's like, why not just say somebody that you got fired because they messed up so royally? Like, why put that on a woman who's going through cancer with 3 children? And not, like, that's
the part I keep thinking about.
Yeah.
Is like they knew what was going on and they just were like, well, Catherine should have told us. It's like, come on.
Well, and it's one of those things where, we say this all the time about health stuff. It's your story to tell when you want to tell it, how you want to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking of Chadwick and how, he was going through and he didn't want anyone to know,
right?
Which is his prerogative. Absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
But I also, it's just, and it's a fine line. It's a fine line that I don't think the palace was good at finding where it was and honoring it. But it's like, I wonder how much of this is because she had to say something because of how out of control things were. And for that, I have a lot of remorse because it's like, I hope everything that she's doing publicly in terms of communicating is what she wants to be doing.
Me too.
Not being told she has to do it. Because, I mean, cancer in any form is terrifying. And a diagnosis to deal with that, but also under a microscope.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like we still don't know a lot of details about it. And it's not really our business. She was kind to give this,
Yeah.
But, from her wording, it sounds like the surgery was successful. They did remove cancer. And so the chemo is preventative. I hope that's the case. I hope that,
I hope that is too.
It is just preventative. And, we said from the jump, like these theories are silly and people are having fun. And when something serious, we'll stop having fun.
Yeah.
And, for what we contributed to theories, like, we were just
you go off what you have while you have it. Yeah. And now we have more information. And I also think that it's just, I've unfortunately seen this having been in the medical field where 2 family members fighting cancer at the same time. It's just, I hate cancer. No one's going to be like, I love cancer, but I really hate it. And I just feel for her. And she did, I mean, in that video that I will no longer buy into these theories, it wasn't her. She looks great.
She does look great.
She looked happy. She was moving around.
She looks in good spirits. And I sincerely hope that, so.
Yeah. Well,
we obviously just wish her the best. And
that's the most important thing. It sounds like she's got a good team of healthcare providers. She's also in a country where she won't go bankrupt for it. So
yes. Yeah.
That's good.
And it sounds like she has support. And I hope she really does. And I hope.
I know. I really hope there wasn't like a palace minion standing behind that camera being like, smile.
I know.
But I'm glad that she, assuming that this was all of her own volition, I'm glad that she was able to share her truth.
Yeah.
And knowing that we can move forward and we can maybe leave her off headlines and we'll probably stop talking about her, give her space.
Yeah, let's just let her get healthy and recover and put it to bed.
Yeah. All right. Well, Richies, we sounded the alarm. let's get to doing.
Yep.
From Wondery, I'm Arisha Skidmore-Williams.
And I'm Brooke Sifrin. This is Rich and Daily.
Have a great weekend, Richies.
See you Monday. If you like our show, please follow us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you're listening right now.
Be sure to follow us on all socials at Arisha Skidmore-Williams and at Brooke Sifrin. We love to connect with you.